It's on now, guys. Back to Porter Real's channel, joined by V Wilson 92. Well, I will be interviewing Porter Real on this week's events and what he has to speak on his mind. Because, as always, freedom of speech is welcome on this platform. So, Porter Real, the stage is yours. Take it away.
Well, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. It's January 2026, and a personal experience. This meeting between us today wasn't expected because I've just collected my car from its annual inspection, MOT, here in the UK. And it's taken me about 5 days to regain the car back. And I faced a little bit of peer pressure from my mum and dad. You got the car back yet? Why not? You know, and it's taught me to remain patient because the car mechanic I have, they are very good. They do a bloody good job. And what I'm trying to emphasize, folks, is sometimes we've got to be patient in order to get the things we want in life. So I'm really pleased with the outcome there, and it's taught me to remain rational because with labourers like car mechanics or plumbers, don't push them around too much. Otherwise, they'll tell you where to go. And that's taught me a lesson there. Point number 2, where do I even begin with the White House circus? They've invaded Venezuela recently under the guise of, we're going to seize those drugs, where Venezuela has, I believe, the highest quality class of oil. The crude oil is the richest in the world under the guise of illegal drugs into the United States. But now this White House circus is targeting Greenland. Now, the interesting thing is, and I've not heard any other media agency talk about this, is that Greenland is part of Denmark and probably part of the European Union. It's also a member of NATO. So if Trump decides to invade Greenland, an attack on one is an attack on all. That's Article 5 of NATO. So there will and there could be a civil war between NATO. Has Donald Trump thought about that factor? Probably not. He's more interested in a round of golf. So, absolute clown show in the White House there, folks. But what do you think on those 2 quick points?
Yeah, very interesting points there, in particular in relation to your experience this week. It's certainly taught you a valuable lesson, and all of us in general, to be more patient, and everything will eventually get resolved. Isn't that right, Porter Real?
And I've faced more peer pressure from V Wilson 92. Have you got the car back yet? We want to go to this railway tunnel with our torches, and we'll reveal the location once we've gone there. So that hasn't helped, but we're planning to go next Saturday there, folks. So we're going to wrap it up for this video. The White House circus continues. I'm trying to remain balanced. Here in the UK, we've got more drama. Keir Starmer apparently is preparing to ban X, and Farage and GB News are up in arms over that. And it's obvious that Starmer hates Elon Musk. There is no question about that. But then again, X is it Grok? They are propaganda platforms. There is no question about that. Because Elon Musk, with those 2 Nazi salutes, you know, I know that's not YouTube friendly, but they were Nazi salutes. He's a controversial clown character, but does his platform deserve to be banned? Probably not. Communism does represent the confiscation of private property. I think what Starmer could say is boycott X. Just turn your back rather than banning it outright. So what do you think with X in particular?
Yeah, I have seen a lot of articles regarding that. It's, I believe, in relation to creating deep fakes and
yes,
certain indecent images have been going around. So it's interesting to see whether it could get removed from the UK App Store with X and Grok in particular.
Yeah, and believe it or not, folks, Starmer does make one valid point, believe it or not. GB News and Farage are saying, freedom, 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 and Donald Trump and the Americans, liberty, liberty. The problem is with the deepfake issue on X, there's a lot of child pornography being promoted as well on X, and it does need to be phased out. So it's all very well Trump, Farage, GB News pumping liberty, freedom, freedom. What about responsibility? Because if child pornography and rape, for example, and far-right extremists are being promoted with Tommy 10 Names Robinson, there needs to be some responsibility. A lot of people don't like that buzzword, responsibility, but freedom is not free. So I'm going to keep it there. I'm trying to remain balanced as I always do. V. Wilson, take it away. I'm done.
So I'm going to wrap up this video. So let us know in the comments down below what you think of Polton Real's discussions for this week's episode, because it's all about you. And as always, question everyone and question everything.
Keep an open mind, folks. We're getting ready for urban exploration, baby.